Hello, this video is to show you my rolling first aid kit and everything that's inside of it. I started with a Keter Master Loader rolling toolbox. It's a locking system with removable bins. It has a locking system so you can put a little lock through it. It's portable. It's large. It has a nice deep storage space. And it has a top space as well. Starting with the top, you open it and slide each half open. They have nice grooves in there. It slides really well. And when you close it, you kind of push it closed quickly to get the lock to fasten. So we open it up, and here on the right hand side with these bins, I'll show you what's in each one. This first one, I have a nail clipper set that includes tweezers, some large band-aids, and 2 Sensi wraps for wrapping up wounds. Then there's this splinter out kit with another Sensi wrap, some anti-itch cream, and a tick key for getting ticks out. I've used that myself. Very effective on humans or pets. Here's some various band-aids along with some safety pins. So different various sizes. And also some more bandages with some triple antibiotic cream and packets to make it easier to use. Then in this one, I have this magnifier with a light. I included the instructions with it. So if you pull it out to activate it, you just pull it open, and as it extends, the light comes on and you can see into a wound or see an area much better with that. Great for first aid use. And also in the rest of that little bin is some alcohol prep wipes for preparing wounds as needed or surfaces. The last bin here includes a pocket knife. What's nice about this is it has a straight blade and part serrated for a saw if needed. And on the other side is a seatbelt cutter. It's a pretty good sturdy little knife, obviously brand new. Then you can just close it. You can take it and clip it on your belt as well. Also in this bin is some Blistex for lip repair or dry lips, another Sensi wrap, some antibacterial for your hands, hand sanitizer, and some antibacterial wipes that you can wipe down a surface or an area. So we put that back in. And what's nice is it's everything on the top is labeled. Those are the quick get-to items that you might need sooner or faster or easier. On the left side is where we have our materials. We have this first aid manual. This is an awesome manual. You can look up the reviews on Amazon. They have step-by-step guides and pictures of how to handle over 100 different first aid type situations. Great reference for you. And the next book is the Survival Medicine Handbook. Another one you could go and read more about on Amazon. It's basically everything you would need to know if you can't have access to real professional medical help. How can you help your family? This is a great book, a great resource to have with you. And then also, if you need to write notes or write down anything medical, there's just a little notebook, several pens. There's a Sharpie as well as a pencil and pen for any notes or anything that you need to take while you're taking care of somebody who's sick. And then it all stays there on the top. Everything's labeled so you can see exactly what's in there. Now in this first container inside is eyes, ears, and feet, and it's listed so you can see what's on it. All these lids fit each other, so it's nice. This one has moleskin in it for blisters, earplugs, to plug your ears, obviously. An eye patch if you have an eye injury. Earache drops for earaches, obviously. An eye wash kit if you get something in your eye. That includes the cup and everything if you need to treat an eye. Cotton swabs. And corn removers for any calluses or corns on your feet. So the next container on the top is dental care and sore muscles. This has everything you might need in an emergency for that, starting with some dental tools, 6 dental tools like a pick and a mirror and others that you would need to look inside the mouth or treat the mouth. Next is this dental topical anesthetic gel. This is dentist strength to help numb any pain in your mouth. And also a loose cap and lost filling repair kit. And these are for sore muscles. We got some pain relieving patches, some small ones and a couple of larger ones for sore muscles. All right, so the next item in here is called dressings number 1. Everything's listed that's in there. It includes some elastic gauze. Well, first it includes these forceps, which has so many uses. Elastic gauze for bandaging and binding wounds, especially wounds with blood, and helping control bleeding. These are medical shears if you need to cut through clothing or hard things to get to wounds. And also triangular bandages. They have so many uses. And a couple of safety pins in with them. 2 more Sensi wraps there. And on the side is some terry strips that you use to put wounds, to close wounds. Little bit more detailed than just Band-Aids, obviously. Steri strips. So that's dressings number 1. Inside under that is dressings number 2. Again, it's listed what's in there to make it so much easier to just get in there and get what you need. Here we have finger splints. Any kind of finger injuries or broken fingers could be cared to. We have some larger ACE-type bandages for wrapping and some surgical tape, 2 surgical tapes in there, as well as some cold compresses. If you have an injury that needs to be cold temporarily, you got some cold compresses. Some gauze sponges for bleeding wounds, and an arm sling after an arm is sprained or broken. The next container we is for skin care. Things related to skin, obviously. It's listed what's in there. We have a skin stapler for certain kinds of wounds. It sounds scary, but it's really not that painful. And a staple remover. And burn gel, this stuff is gold. It's great for any kind of burns. There's itch relief for bites and stings. This stuff is really good. It's a first aid gel that's silver first aid for topical healing. And then, of course, everyone has a bite and sting kit in their first aid kit. And then petroleum jelly for any kind of lubrication that you'd need, or even for dry lips. So the last container in here is medications. Now, obviously, you probably have more medications. This is just quick first aid type medications that you might need. You can get more in depth in your other medications kit. There's vapor rub. There's this hemorrhoidal ointment with an applicator. Applicator's taped right onto it. All new. Antacid for heartburn and stomach issues. Allergy relief pills. Aspirin, that could be good too if someone's having a heart attack. It's the tri-buffered kind, which is really gentle. Ibuprofen. And then a nasal relief with the applicator right there. And some flu medicine, cold and flu, the daytime, just in case you need that. This is really good activated charcoal for if there's any kind of a poisoning. That one's kind of vital to have in your kit. And then acetaminophen. I hope I said that right. Okay, in the kit we have first aid mask. We have the adult and infant there for when you need to do CPR. This is a lint roller. You can roll off small bugs. Kleenex, little wipes, and here's some Epsom salt for if you need to have a bath in salt, especially if there's any kind of a infection. This is an aluminum splint. These are great. If you can't have a cast, you can mold that to where you need it and then turn it and it becomes solid and wrap it up instead of having a cast. Here's some gloves, the 200 pack nitrile gloves, and a douche and enema combination kit. Really vital to have in a first aid kit. And then a blood pressure monitor. I have one of these as well. They're easy to learn. Open it up, learn how to use it. It can be really vital in determining internal injuries or conditions you don't see from the onset. And then there's some alcohol and hydrogen peroxide for wound care. And a digital thermometer, taking temperature, obviously. And this is a suture kit. It'll actually let you practice, but it also has needles and sutures in there. This is like an Israeli bandage. It's a comprehensive bandage for needing tight wounds, for bandaging tight wounds. Here's more sutures if you do need to do some suturing and things like that. And masks, 50 masks. Obviously, they're not the N95 ones, but they still would protect. And there's another aluminum splint. And this is a tourniquet. It's another reason you might use a Sharpie. If you do put a tourniquet on, you want to put the time that it was put on. And then some sugar-free Hall's cough drops. And there you have it. It all fits in there wonderfully.